Welcome back to you, Yummy Donut. I love and appreciate you. Have you heard of GlassChode? GlassChode do blockchain analysis. I think they charge thousands of dollars for their information. Don't get it. Look, I appreciate everybody's hustle. Don't waste your money. All these blockchain analysis stuff, it only works in the past. As we go through each cycle, there is nothing you can get from this on-chain stuff that you can't get from basic RSI, consumer sentiment, hanging out, drawing squiggly lines, just putting it on a long-term time frame. You could use it like the stochastic RSI. There's just random things you can do, and it gives you the same informational edge. If you've noticed as well, look at the green rectangle I've drawn for you here. This was the top of 2021. This, nowhere near the sell zone. Not even close. Now you know why everybody held. We were nowhere near the heated sell zones. You had to literally ignore every single indicator because they weren't even flashing. No indicator was flashing except the pi cycle indicator. You know that? Only the pi cycle indicator. Every single one was halfway or just 80% of the way there, which means they were just like mildly optimistic. They weren't even like giving you any warning signs. But look what happened. We went kaboosh. We all lost all our money. How about that? But what about now? Well, this chart, the realized hodl ratio, you get to see old hands. What are they doing? Oh, they're accumulating. They're not selling. Yay. Did you really need this chart to tell you it though? Not really. The green arrow I've shown for you. So this green arrow, let's zoom out. The green arrow is going to be pumped. It's highlighting the point in time where many influencers took your money to tell you that Bitcoin was going lower. You see that? See that go down? Down here. Many influencers are taking your hard-earned money. Subscriptions, indicators, call groups, premium, this or that. Oh, look at this risk model. Guess what? They weren't buying. They took your money to go buy stocks, real estate, gold, to take your money, go put it in US treasuries. What happened to you? You get whipped. You get cucked because you don't know that these people are grifters. They don't have any edge. They think they do, but they don't. You know, someone can be a nice guy or a girl, but you flip the coin and it's 50-50 whether it's heads or tails. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying it's 50-50. These people will tell you that it's not 50-50. These people will tell you that they have an informational edge. But by the time you figure it out, guess what? It's been 2, 3, 4 years of subscription fees. You don't know. You've actually paid them $5,500 over the past 4 years. And guess what? There's like 100 of you. That person's made 50K, 500K. Some other people out there, man, they're making millions, friends. Go look at the VIP subs to all these other influencers out there, man. There's dudes out there making $500,000 a month. There's one dude out there making $890,000 a month. Where is your edge? You don't have edge. Actually, those influencers' edge, it's your subscription. That's their competitive edge. If they were making money, they would do it without you, but they're not. Open your eyes. So not only did they tell you not even to be bullish at the bottom, but they took your money. Doesn't that suck? Many of you, though, are going to keep paying them to be wrong. Do you need angel music? I think you need angel music. You see this? See this chart, friends? These are nice squiggly charts. And guess what? They all ignored them down here. This is the funny part. I saw many influencers out there. They were just ignoring the part. They go, nah, it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. They're cucks. I know they're cucks. Okay? So, let other people stay subscribed. They're going to learn the hard way. We are going to learn the easy way. We are going to see Jim Cramer calling for $300,000 Bitcoin when it's 80,000. We are going to see everybody talk about an Ethereum ETF. We are going to see everybody come out, do handstands naked. We aren't going to be fooled. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The Bitcoin strength is coming, though. It's coming. I reckon before we get to that phase, there's going to be an anger phase from the community. There's going to be a lot of these call outs, if you know what I mean. There's going to be people from within saying, hey, I've been listening to you for 2 years and all I've done was miss the whole freaking bull market. That's what's coming next. So there is no informational edge. There is also other places that provide blockchain analysis. I'm telling you now, friends, there's actually no informational edge there. You can use any of these, by the way. So look, there's nothing special about, oh, oscillator goes up and down. Yeah, you can get that with almost anything. You know that. You can just make anything. They all look the same. And also, I want to share this with you, all right? Because I'm not picking on Titan X coin. So forget the coin, all right? Okay, yeah, it's a Hexagon, Pulse Chain community, ex-community member. Okay, there's a betrayal going on. So just forget the name. It's got nothing to do with the name. I'm here to actually teach you. Here to teach you that. If you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Appreciate every single one of you. Shock the algorithm, friends. Enjoy your bananas today. This is something you need to know. We do this in Bitcoin. We do this in Ethereum. We do this in everything. It's important to find out where the average person's cost is. Because when times get tough, you go below it in crypto. People will sell unimaginable lows. I know it hurts. You're probably thinking, that means I have no faith in anything. Well, yeah, that's right. Welcome to speculation and markets. It doesn't matter that someone paid $30,000 for a Bitcoin. It doesn't matter that a Bitcoin miner costs them $35,000 to make a Bitcoin in 2 years from now. It doesn't matter. They'll sell it at 30. They'll sell it below, friends. You've seen it in markets. Now, why I made this post was Mackenzie, I think a Hexagon, made this post showing that this price down here is like 60473, whatever the line is. Apparently, that's the cost of some of the miners with this. Now, don't worry about this specific coin or this specific price level or anything, but I'm just here to share this with you, okay? So it's really important to know this in everything you're in. You want to know where the average Muppet is in. That's your weak point. They will crush it. Now, they're only going to crush it in a bear market. Or if there is a zombie virus, most likely. Most likely there won't be a zombie virus because we already had it in the last cycle and everybody is still open to it. Everybody's waiting for that big V reversal. So what's the worst case? Actually, I'm telling you right now, friends, because everybody's waiting for a zombie virus, everybody's waiting for big V reversal in markets, you might actually find that they do this, right? Where they do some sort of, oh, let's die down. No, go back up. Oh, yeah, no, let's die down. That's actually the worst case, isn't it? It's just, this is long. I'm just pointing it out. I don't like it. That's actually everybody's weak point, isn't it? So this cost, super important. You can actually find that out. There's Bitcoin, the miner cost. There's all these other costs. There's the average price. Another way to find the cost, super important, is you can go to a chart and you can just put in the volume profile range. And if you can do that, now I don't have it selected specifically here, but if you can find just the volume profile range, you'll be able to see where most of the people's volumes are. This is the average buyer. Now for Bitcoin's like 37K to 40K around up here. Okay. So it's super important. Also, I believe the next one is like maybe at 22 or 25K. So these act like gravity. It's because there's a lot of weak hands, and when it comes towards it, people are like, oh, I don't want to break even, and then they have to click break even. But then other people keep rolling over and keep selling for losses. So don't forget this. We're going to speak about this more and more as we go through the bull market, because they are going to highlight key weaknesses. It's not a guarantee because you need catalysts. You need to run out of buyers a couple of months to go, and then the stock market to roll. You need like Bitcoin to move over. So it basically just tells you target points, weak points, where the market probably will go. Because at the end of the day, you know this, right? There are a lot of scum. There are a lot of weak hand cucks. Now, we know by the nature of markets and liquidity, most of us are actually strong believers, right? It's only the bottom 5% who are pathetic. The bottom 5% need to be cold every time. They actually move the prices. Because, you know, from the nature of markets and liquidity, friends, from the market cap, it's like, 90%, 95%, friends? Not literally 95% is just holding. It's that trash, weak 5% of scum. They're the ones who paper hand out. They're the ones who are the marginal cost. They're the ones who move the price. Now, God bless them because they move it up too. But on the way down, you can't rely on them. Absolutely don't turn your back on them. They are weasels, they are scum, they are snakes. You can't rely on them. So that's why when you see them getting in, when Jim Cramer is bullish and the market's been going up and they say the Bitcoin ETF is the greatest thing since sliced bread and we're going to go on forever into 2025, be careful. Once you know weekends are in with you, they are going to be selling out for huge losses. We're going to remember this in the next cycle. I always say this to you. That's why you got to buy in the depression and you got to sell in the euphoria. How many times have you heard that from me? How many times? You are number one. Too many times. I want to ask you this question. Are we closer to depression or euphoria today? I think we're still closer to depression. We are really deep in depression. We are moving in the direction of euphoria, though. You can tell that, right? We are like, we're like here, yay. Enjoy this little peppy, by the way. Hello. Hello. You can tell, friends. You can tell. You can tell if this was death. We're like, we were here. Now it feels like we're like here. We're like here. We're like, you know, we gotta go a long way. If you are exhibiting people with euphoria, so not even you. You're not going to be euphoric. I'm not going to be euphoric. We're going to be desensitized. You probably have friends who'll be euphoric. Maybe you wake up a bit excited here and there. Maybe some morning wood. But you might not be as euphoric. Because why? We know why. Your portfolio all-time high is the anchor in your mind. You aren't going to be happy unless you like 3x it, 2x it. Some people are going to just be desperate just to get towards it. And I know everybody's thinking like that. That's why there's a lot of warning signs going out. That's why when there are rounds of euphoria coming towards this target, we're going to be super aware. You got to remember, invest into a community, not the code. The community is going to carry you towards that euphoria because code is open source and can be split apart. The community needs to die on the hill. Yes, it does. That's why, look, so many concepts, but the pieces of the puzzle, they fit together. We know a trap is coming, and a lot of people, they're not even going to make it to the end. They're going to fall off the horse. Makes it easier when you're with a strong, cult, passionate community. Make sure you like, subscribe, Betty Button. I appreciate every single one of you. Tell mum and dad you do love and appreciate them. Catch you soon.